Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Time for another game of Strat-O-Matic baseball here on December 16th, which is a Tuesday. I had to look it up. Yes, sirree. It's great being retired and not knowing what day it is. We've got a series starting today. Still on June the 21st, a 3-game set, Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. This is the first game of the 3-game set. Pirates on a 3-game losing streak. The Pirates are currently in second place in the National League, and the losing streak has put them 5 games behind the Dodgers. In fact, the Astros and the Phillies, just a game and a half behind them, tied for third. Braves, just 7.5 back, or in other words, 2.5 back of Pittsburgh. Hello there, Franklin. Hello, Kenyon. Hi, Mike. Scott Johnson is here. Says Rose is hot. He is hot. 418 in the last 10 days. I could have put someone with more power and RBI numbers, but I went with Rose. You could go with Shamsky or Gordy Coleman are both hot, but neither of them are in the lineup against Woody Fryman. And yes, Woody Fryman, the lefty, on the mound for Pittsburgh. The righty, Hank Fisher, for the Reds. Let's take a look at their numbers in the replay. For Fryman, this will be his 7th start. 2-2, 3.83. He has 1 complete game. He's also worked 3 games out of the pen. Just 45 innings of work, 44 hits, 14 walks, 29 strikeouts, only 3 home runs allowed. Franklin, I thought you were going to say the days are coming when the days start getting longer, which won't be too much longer now. Fisher has not pitched much. Did he pitch with 2 clubs? He's been in only 3 games, 1 start. He won it, 6.75 ERA, just 8 innings of work. Now I got to check Fisher. Something's fishy there. Yep, he was traded. He's 2-5 overall. Ouch. 8.44 ERA. 9 starts. Where did Fisher come from? The Mets? Or is that a different Fisher? Honestly, I don't remember. So the Reds got Fisher from somewhere, inserted him right into their rotation, and he won his first start for them, despite giving up 15 hits in 8 innings of work. Hey there, Ernest. Welcome in. Mike got the dead ball era. I was reading something about the Hall of Fame set, which is for the Windows game version, where they take the average of the player's 7 best seasons, and then you can give it a salary and essentially recreate a similar experience to the all-time greats online game, which can be found on Strat 365 on the Strat-O-Matic website. Once again, they're not paying me. Has anybody checked that out? I'm just curious. I know I harp it all the time. I play it year-round. Right now, I only have 1 active team. That's the Barnstormers Tournament semifinals team. And it sounds like a greater achievement than it is, because 92 players make the semifinals. Actually, that's 84, because the top 8 scores get a bye. So 9 through 92 play the semifinals, 1 12-team league and 2 24-team leagues. finishers 9 through 20 play in the 12-team league, and then finishers 21 through 92 are randomly assigned to the 3 24-team leagues. I said 2, didn't I? It's 3. Hello, Joel. Joel, they're driving you nuts. Oh, they extended it again. That's right, yeah. Wrong Fisher, Ernest. That's F-I-S-H-E-R. This is F-I-S-C-H-E-R. You may remember when they faced each other. That drove me nuts, trying to keep it straight. Here's the Pirates lineup. Matty Alou in center field starts it off. Gene Alley at shortstop. Roberto Clemente in right field hits third. Willie Stargell is in left field hitting cleanup. Jim Pagliarone will do the catching. Jose Pagan is at third. Bill Mazeroski at second. Don Clendenin bats eighth at first base. Ann Fryman, the pitcher, hitting ninth. Checking the umpires for today's game. Ken Burkhart behind the plate. Chris Pellikudis will be at first. Bob Engel at second. And Frank Sikori down at third. Hello, Ben Witz. Larry Waters. Again, wrong Fisher, Larry. I want to know where Hank Fisher was at the start of this season. I mean, I should know this. Where the hell did he come from? Well, it doesn't matter all that much. Let's play ball. Here's the aforementioned Fisher. He's ready to go to work as Matty Alou steps to the plate, carrying a .311 average into the game. 1 homer, 15 RBIs. Here's the pitch from the right-hander. It's a 3-5 righty, and he bangs that one into right field for a leadoff single. Good speed on the bases with Alou. Let's check the battery. Fisher with a +3 hold. And Pavletic a +2 arm. Wow, that makes Alou a 20. He'll be held at 18. Gene Alley steps to the plate. Thank you, Ernest. That's right. It was the Braves. I'm trying to remember that trade now, and I can't. I'll look it up here in a minute, unless someone comes up with it first. Alley still leading the league in hitting at .356. He's come down a bit, but still leads the league in batting. 3 home runs, 26 RBIs. Alou, 3 through 8, rolling for the lead. He's out on an 11. It's an 8. He's got the lead. 1 to 18. There he goes. Pavletic with the throw. He's stolen it. Possible overthrow. Let's check Pavletic now. 1 to 14, and he does not overthrow. That was close. The stolen base, Matty Alou. For Matty, that's his 9th stolen base of the season. Here comes the next pitch to Alley. 6-5 right-handed. Grounder to short X. That's Leo Cardenas, the slick fielder with the 216. Here's the play on a 9. Error range. It's a 6 on a 16. This could be close. He makes the play and throws him out. Nice play, Cardenas. That was a dandy. Alou holds at second with 1 out. Wow, and he is with Boston, too. Holy cow. Up steps Roberto Clemente, batting .304. Not counting Andre Rogers, who only has 38 at-bats. There are, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, it's more than that. 6 Pirates batting over 300. Clemente's one of them. 9 home runs, 42 RBIs. Fisher's pitch on a 6-11 righty, hard smash to third. Helms has it, looks the runner back, and throws him out. That's right, we're welcoming Tommy Helms back into the Reds lineup today. He's been absent for a few games. Must have been a minor injury of some kind. Here's Willie Stargell. Stargell at 276. Team leading 14 home runs and 43 RBIs. 43 RBIs is tied with Clendenin for the team lead. And Clendenin suspiciously hitting in the 8th spot. Actionic steps in. Hello, Action Man. And that's right, Joey J. Thank you. It all comes back to me now. And Kenyon points out, Jack Fisher, the old Met, did eventually pitch for the Reds in 1969. Taking his lead is Alou. The pitch to Willie Stargell, 1-3 righty, bangs it into right field for a base hit. Open single, Alou rounding, 15, 17. Harper a +1, 18. They're going to cut it off. That'll be an RBI single for Stargell. Thought about throwing for him since Stargell's only a 12 runner. But man, in the first inning, 1-18, that would have been a real Hail Mary, wouldn't it? Here's the catcher, Pagliarone, hitting 267, 6 homers, 34 RBIs. 1-0 Pirates, just getting started. Fisher with a 3-6 righty. Hot smash to third, Helms again, and that'll do it. The Pirates get a run on 2 hits and leave 1, and after half an inning, it's Pittsburgh 1, Cincinnati coming to bat. Now, bear with me a moment. I want to look up Hank Fisher. Going to Baseball Reference here. Taking forever to load. 66, yep. Atlanta, Cincinnati, Boston. Now I'm going to go down to transactions. We know about Joey J. That occurred on June the 15th, so it wasn't that long ago. At least not in terms of days on the schedule. Of course, for me, that's weeks. Then on August 15th, he was sent to the Red Sox for players to be named later and cash. They later sent Dick Stillman and Raleigh Sheldon in December. Now I'm curious, if I go to the American League Boston, and there he is. He has an American League card with 31 innings. He's probably a computer-only card, as I do not recall seeing a Fisher card with the Red Sox. So in that case, what I'll do is simply move this card over. Is it perfectly accurate? No, but it's close enough. Unless we discover for some reason that, sorry guys, I'm doing my advanced research live here now. Let's look at the Boston-only card for Fisher. It's not particularly good, so I don't think it matters which Fisher pitches a few games for the Red Sox late in the season. Anyway, that's a long time from now. Fryman getting loose. Here's the Reds lineup. Tommy Harper leads it off in right field. Pete Rose sporting a 10-game hitting streak. Yeah, in case you were wondering what that was for. He's at second. Veda Pinson's in center field hitting third. Tony Perez in the lineup at first base. Don Pavletic will do the catching. Darren Johnson is in left field. Tommy Helms, welcome back to the lineup. Mr. Helms at third base. Leo Cardenas the shortstop, and Fisher the pitcher. Let me take a moment to catch up on the chat here. A lot of chat today, and I just love it. Great crowd on hand as well. Has the winter forced everyone inside? Hey, Joel Turney, welcome. And Hank, 11-game winner with Milwaukee in 64 with 9 complete games. Axionic, de-lurking for the first time. So you've been around, but first time in the chat. So everybody give a warm Spokane Steve chat room welcome to Axionic. Hard not to call you the Action Man. That just comes to my mind for some reason. For obvious reasons, I should say. Okay. Tommy Harper leading off the bottom of the inning. Woody Fryman's ready to go to work. Harper at 199 has slipped down below the Mendoza line. No home runs, just 6 RBIs. Harper having a really poor year on a pretty good card. 6'5" righty swung on and missed, strike 3, and Harper's struggles continue. Thank you for pointing that out, Ernest, from the RJL network. And here's Double D. Welcome, Double D. I tell you, I'm humbled, guys. What a great turnout today. Here's Pete Rose. Not only is he hot, 418 in the last 10 days, he leads the team in hitting at 317 overall, 3 home runs, 18 RBIs, hitting right-handed against Woody Fryman. Here's the pitch on a 2-6 lefty. A little comebacker. Fryman gloves it, tosses it over to Clendenin, and there's 2 down. Here's Veda Pinson now. Pinson at 260, 5 home runs, 35 RBIs. The 35 RBIs leads the ball club. It's a 6-6 left-handed. Liner to second, single to 6. That's going to be a 9, and it's caught there by Mazeroski. So a 1-2-3 inning for Woody Fryman. And after 1 inning of play, that's a good point, Franklin. I wonder if they have those on the well, they do, but you can't. For example, when I click on Fisher, he has 8 uniform numbers. Hank Fisher, that's right, no less than 8 uniform numbers. Oh, when you hover over it, it does show the team. How about that? So in 1966 with the Reds, he wore number 30. With the Braves, the same year, he'd worn 34. But it has 2 uniform numbers for the 66 Reds, so that can't be right. It's got 30 and 38. And then he wore 21 with Boston. So according to this, he wore 4 uniform numbers in the same season. Exactly, Ben. But yeah, don't you think it's odd that Fisher had 2 uniform numbers with the Reds this season? He must have. He went to the team from Atlanta and then he changed. They gave him a number and then he changed the number? I suppose that's possible. So if you look up Hank Fisher, he had 4 different uniform numbers in 1966 alone, 8 in total. Anyway, we move to the second inning. Here's Jose Pagan to start things off for the Pirates. We haven't seen Bob Bailey in the lineup in a while. I wonder if he had a minor injury. Pagan, 210 on the year, 2 homers, 10 runs batted in. Fisher into the windup. That's a 1-6, grounder to short. Easy play for Cardenas, and there's 1 down. Hank Fisher, just a 5-inning rated starter. Mazeroski, the hitter, hitting .313, 3 home runs, but 32 RBIs. Wow, I'd be afraid to do that, Larry. I'd be afraid of messing something up, says the guy who spilled coffee on half the league. Okay, here's the pitch for Naz. 6-5 righty grounder to short X. Cardenas again, 216. Into the hole. Here's the play. On an 18. He's there. Plants and throws in time. That's 3 nice plays turned in by Cardenas so far. And we're only in the second inning. Here's Clendenin hitting .313, 13 home runs, 43 runs batted in. I want to look at one other thing for Clendenin as well. Let's see. Whoops, that's the American League. No, he doesn't lead in total bases. He is listed among the leaders. He's 4th in the league in slugging percentage. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. And yet he's batting 8th. Kenyon, that makes perfect sense, actually. That's the best explanation I've heard so far. 2 down. Here's Fisher's pitch to Clendenin on a 6-4 righty grounder shortstop X. Cardenas yet again, 216. Ranges to his left on a 5, gobbles it up, turns and fires to Perez, and it's all Cardenas this inning. 1, 2, 3, go the Pirates. And here's Woody Fryman. 1-0 Pirates, bottom of 2. Tony Perez will start it off. Perez at .274, 2 homers, 11 RBIs. Perez, I believe, just 20 years old at this point. Fryman's pitch on a 2-8. He flies it to straightaway center. Alou backs up a bit and makes the grab. Here's the catcher, Don Pavletic, having a fine year, 280, 5 homers, 12 RBIs, and just 107 at-bats. Splitting catching duties with Johnny Edwards. Fryman gets the sign from Pagliarone. Here it comes, 3-11, hard smash to third, Pagan to Clendenin, 2 down. So Fryman working quickly here at the outset. Here's Darren Johnson. .207 average, 11 home runs, 33 RBIs. Fryman's pitch is a 4-9 righty, and he loses him just outside, ball 4. First base runner for Cincinnati. Johnson not a threat to run. Even if he were, Fryman with an excellent -4 hold. And here's Tommy Helms with 2 down. Helms hitting .267, 4 home runs, 26 RBIs. Fryman out of the stretch. 1-5 lefty, base hit up the middle, open single. Johnson can try for third, 12-14, Alou's a +2, 16. They're going to send him, and the Pirates will cut that off. Keep Helms to first. Tying run at third, runners at the corners, 2 away, and here's Leo Cardenas. Cardenas at the plate, .230, 10 home runs, 32 RBIs. Fryman checks the runners. Comes in there with a 5-9 righty, swung on and missed, strike 3. Big strikeout there for Fryman to end the inning. So the Reds leave a pair, and it's still 1-0 Pirates. If you missed the start of the game, Pirates trying to snap a 3-game losing streak today. Oh, wow. Action Man points out that you can click on the number and see all the major leaguers who ever wore that number. That's pretty cool. It is a great site, isn't it? I assume you're still talking Baseball Reference, of course. Fryman will lead it off. He's a right-handed hitter, 2W. Fisher's pitch on a 5-6, swung on and missed, strike 3. Not all that surprising. Fryman strikes out, and with 1 out, Matty Alou will be the hitter. Matty led off with a single, stole second, and came around to score in the first. The pitch to Alou on a 4-7 lefty. That's banged into right field for a base hit, and Matty Alou's 2 for 2. And with that poor battery combination, he's going to try it again. 20 held at 18. He's going to roll for it. 3 through 8 out on an 11. 8, he's got it. There he goes, 1 to 18. Athletics throw, he's stolen it. Matty Alou with his second stolen base of the day. Next pitch to Gene Alley. There's a 2-10 right-handed pop-up right side. Tony Perez waving his arms. He'll glove it for out number 2. You know, I tried to sign up for StatHead and I couldn't, it wouldn't work for me. It kept taking me back. It was like one of those endless loop things that you can't get out of. Runner in scoring position with 2 down for Clemente. Willie Stargell on deck. Can't really pitch around him, so here comes the pitch to Roberto. It's a 3-8 righty. Struck him out. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Fisher. And it's the Pirates who leave a runner in scoring position. Hang on a second, I gotta kill that heater. It's like clockwork, right? And of course, I'm sitting right by the vent. I'm not going to argue that, Franklin. I'm telling you what, it's still a heat wave in Spokane. It's 50 cloudy, high wind advisory. But I mean, other than that, 50 degrees for mid-December, that's nuts. Hank Fisher will lead off the bottom of the third. He's a 1R. Fryman's pitch on a 5-5 righty. He grounds it to first. Clendenin gloves it. Underhands to Fryman covering, and there's 1 down. Even that bend sounds unusually warm for Wisconsin. Here's Tommy Harper. He struck out his first time. Fryman gets the sign. Comes in with a 4-8 righty. Pops him up on the left side. Pagan will take it. Two away for red-hot Pete Rose. Batting righty. Fryman with the windup. 110 lefty. He goes the other way and lifts a shallow fly ball to right. Clemente glides over. No problem. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Woody Fryman. So 1-0 Pirates after 3 complete. Pretty normal for Florida. Mookie's going for the lead. Holy crap, he didn't, that was the different one. He rammed into the pole at the top. He didn't quite stick that landing. But he made it. That's what counts. To the fourth we go, 1-0 ball game. Hank Fisher holding his own. He's only allowed 3 singles. Willie Stargell has one of them, and he'll lead off the fourth. Fisher gets his sign, the windup, the pitch, 3-10 right-handed, grounder down to first. Perez will take it to the bag. And here's the catcher, Pagliarone. The windup and the pitch is a 4-5 right-handed. He lifts it the other way to right field. Harper to his right and makes a nice running catch in the gap. 2 down for Jose Pagan, who's 0 for 1. Fisher nodding. The pitch is a 6-7 right-handed, grounder second base X. Excuse me, that's Rose, 2-17. Rose to his right. Behind the bag on a 2, it's past him and into center field for a single. That would have been a tough play for anybody. And Jose Pagan aboard with a 2-out single. Not a threat to run. And here's Mazeroski. Modest lead for Pagan. Fisher out of the stretch. 4-8 righty. He goes the other way with it and drops it into right field in front of Harper. Pagan rounding 14, 16, 17. They're going to send him, and the Reds will cut it off. So runners at the corners, 2 down for Don Clendenin. Bounce to Cardenas in the second. Fisher studies the runners, gets his sign. From the stretch, it's a 1-7 righty, and he loses him and walks him to load the bases. Fortunately for Fisher, the pitcher is due up. Bases loaded, 2 down, and Woody Fryman, the batter. Here's the pitch from Fisher, 6-5 righty. Grounder to short X, Cardenas yet again. 2E16, big play. On a 17, he's there, steady as they go, and throws it out. Man, that's the 5th assist for Cardenas, who's putting on a defensive clinic today. For the Pirates, no runs, 2 hits. They leave the bases loaded. So the Pirates with a chance to open it up there in the fourth, but it's still 1-0. Fryman rated 6 for starter endurance, and here we go to the bottom of the fourth. Heart of the lineup for the Reds. Boyhood favorite of mine, Veda Pinson, will start it off. Left on left matchup for Woody, and here comes the pitch. 2-11, foul ball back of the plate. Pagliarone back, throws the mask aside and puts it away. 1 down for Tony Perez. Fryman into the windup now. It's a 6-3 right-handed. Fly ball left field X. Tough chance for Stargell. 3E16. Stargell to his left. Here's the play on a 14. He's there to make the catch. Nice play, Stargell in left. Fryman breezing right along here. 2 down, and Don Pavletic, the hitter. Fryman studying the signs. The pitch to Pavletic. 1-8 lefty. Base hit up the middle. Just the second hit for Cincinnati. It's a 2-out single for Pavletic, and that'll get Darren Johnson to the plate. DJ walked in the second. Fryman ready to work from the stretch. 1-6 left-handed. That ball is crushed to deep left field. Stargell starts back and just stands there and watches it fly. 2-run blast Darren Johnson, and the Reds take a 2-1 lead. A 2-out blast by Darren Johnson. His 12th of the season. Take another look at it. 1-6, no doubt about it. Clean as a whistle. And there's your answer, Ben. They do take advantage, and all with 2 outs. Here's Tommy Helms. He's singled in the second. The pitch from Woody Fryman. 2-2 lefty. A liner right into the glove of Gene Alley. Little soft line drive right at the shortstop. That'll end the inning, but the Reds take the lead with 2 runs, 2 hits, a 2-run blast by DJ. And through 4, it is 2-1 Reds now. So Fisher, in his first endurance inning, takes the mound with a lead as we move to the 5th. When I was a youngster, I used to write this next to my starting pitchers when we play Strat-O-Matic. It was supposed to be for intimidation. I doubt if it accomplished that goal, but I had fun doing it. Anyone care to take a guess? It became so well known among my friends that we referred to it merely as tomatum. Top of the order for the Pirates here in the 5th inning. Matty Alou, 2 for 2. Fisher gets the sign from Pavletic. There's the pitch. It's a 4-4 righty. Grounder third base X. Tough chance for Helms. Helms a 219 to his left. Here's the play on a 14. It's error range. It's a 5 on a 19. This is going to be trouble. And his throw pulls Perez off the bag. And that's going to be an error on Tommy Helms. First error of the game allows Alou to reach. That's trouble for the Reds battery. Alou held at 18. Gene Alley at the plate. He's going to roll for it. 6. He's got it. 1-18. There he goes. Pavletic throws down. And he's out! Oh my goodness, Pavletic throws him out. So Alou 2 out of 3 in stolen base attempts in this game. On the season now he's 10-4. Next pitch to Alley. 5-9 righty. That's ripped high and deep to left. That's going to be over Johnson's head. Triple to 18. There he goes. And he is in there with a triple. And there's your triple of the day right there. Makes that caught stealing look even bigger. Reds will pull the infield in with 1 out and Clemente at the plate. Stargell to follow. Fisher in dangerous territory now, clinging to a 2-1 lead. That's close, Ernest. Infield in for Clemente. 6-2 righty. High pop fly to shallow center. Pinson coming in, still coming, and makes the catch. And it's shallow enough that Alley will have to hold. So that was a big play for the Reds. Stargell and Pagliarone. And they're not even going to mess around with Stargell. He's going to get 4 wide ones here. So a rare intentional walk. It'll be up to the catcher, Pagliarone. Ernest nails it. Oh, man. You're good, Ernest. The man on the mound. That's it. Runners at the corners, 2 down. Pagliarone's 0 for 2. The pitch from Fisher. 6-3 right-handed, fly ball right field X. Tough chance for Harper. He's a 3-E2. He's on his horse. On a 13, error range. An 8. On a 2, he should have that easily, and he does. So a nice play by Harper to end the inning. And the Pirates strand 2, including a runner at third base. The Pirates have had several chances to bust this open, but as it is, they still lead it 1-0. I'm going to get some more coffee. First, I'm going to show you my new mug. And if you're one of those who think the Dodgers are ruining baseball, you may want to close your eyes. Anyway, there it is. It's a nice mug. Back to back. And then on the other side, 2025 World Series champions. So I'm going to get a refill. I'll tell you, it took them long enough to ship this thing. It just arrived yesterday evening. They must have taken orders before they even made them. Two to 1 Reds, bottom of the 5th. Did I just say the score incorrectly? Anyway, you can see what the score is. Cardenas, Fisher, and Harper. Cardenas struck out his only time up today. However, he's put on a clinic in the field. Fryman, the lefty, into the windup. Pitch to Leo on a 6-6 righty. He lifts it to straightaway center. Matty Alou is right there in his tracks to make the catch. With 1 out, Fisher will bat. He's a 1. 2-8 righty. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, not surprisingly. That is the 3rd strikeout for Woody Fryman in the game. And with 2 down, here's Harper. Fryman pitch to Harper on a 4-5 righty. Grounder shortstop X. That's the Gold Glover Gene Alley. 2-17. Into the hole on a 14. He's there. Plants long throw in time to just nip the speedy Harper. What a play by Gene Alley. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Woody Fryman. So, 5 innings. And we got a nail biter. It's 2-1 Reds. Hank Fisher will enter his 2nd endurance inning here. How long to go with Fisher? Boy, it's a tough one. The card, as you can see, is not good. Holding a 2-1 lead, Fisher has earned it, but he'll be on a short leash. It'll be Pagan, Mazeroski, and Clendenin here in the 6th. Why not, man? I have fun with mugs. I should go through all my mugs sometime. I need to get rid of some. I have some I don't even use anymore. Just a ridiculous amount of mugs. A lot of them were gifts, in fairness. Pagan 1 for 2. Here's the pitch from Hank Fisher. 5-6 right-handed. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Fisher has scattered 6 hits. And for him, pitching a very good game today. Naz is 1 for 2 as he stands in from the right side. The pitch from Hank Fisher is 6-4 righty. Grounder shortstop X. Guess who? Leo Cardenas again. 216. Into the hole on a 12. Error range. 7 on a 16. What a play by Leo Cardenas. Oh my goodness. He might be in line for player of the game honors just on his defense. 2 away for Clendenin. You can count me in there, Franklin. Hey, it's no coincidence I'm playing a season where there were no playoffs. And even the way it was starting in '69, now in retrospect, looks pretty good. Although, who remembers Earl Weaver's response to it at the time? 1969, first year of league playoffs. I'll give you a minute to think about that. I'll tell you if nobody gets it. Fisher pitching to Clendenin. 6'8" right-handed. He lifts it to straightaway left. Backing up a bit is Darren Johnson, and it's a nifty 1-2-3 inning for Hank Fisher. So Fisher is showing no signs of fatiguing so far. Still 2-1, and here's Woody Fryman for the bottom of the inning. Yeah, I was just going to say that, Ben. Absolutely. The NBA season is now basically nothing but jockeying for playoff position. I mean, why play that many games if you're going to cheapen the regular season? That's the way I see it. But we know why they do it. It's the almighty dollar. Hell, they'll probably add even more teams to the playoffs once they expand. Rose, Pinson, and Perez here against Woody Fryman. So what was the thing I was going to tell you now? I've already forgotten. Oh, what Weaver said. I would be embarrassed if you guys didn't already know me so well. Rose 0 for 2. Carried a hot bat into this one. In this game, he grounded to the pitcher and flew to right. Fryman into the windup. Pitched to Rose on a 3-8. Struck him out. So Fryman's done a good job of containing the red-hot Rose. And here's Veda Pinson, who's 0 for 2. Fryman, lefty-lefty matchup. 2-8 lefty. Pops him up right side. Clendenin will take it. And it's 2 away for Tony Perez. Hello, Richard. Excuse me. Fryman's pitch on a 6-7 righty. Grounder second base X. That's the Gold Glover Mazeroski. This should do it. 1-8. On a 5. He's got it. Makes it look easy. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Fryman. So we played 6. It's Reds 2, Pirates 1. Richard and his wife did a very nice YouTube Christmas video, and I reposted it to my channel under posts. So once again, if you don't know how to get to posts, just go to my main page, scroll clear down to the bottom, and you can view that there. It's about 2 minutes long. Seventh inning in a 1-run game. Mookie in the tower. And it's decision time for the Pirates. They won the division, yeah. How many games did they win that year, Franklin? You'll help me make the story easier as we go to the stretch. Pirates are going to have to hit for Fryman. I hate to take him out. You guys know that. He's a 6-inning pitcher, and he went 6, and they're trailing. A 3-hitter for Woody. His only real mistake, the ball he threw to Darren Johnson for the 2-run homer. 1 walk, 2, 3, 4 strikeouts. Right-hander Pete Mickelson throwing in the Pittsburgh pen. And against Fisher, seventh inning. Who else? Pinch hitter will be Manny Mota. Pinch hitter extraordinaire. Mota on the season hitting .329. 6 homers, 22 RBIs, 109 wins. Okay, I'll go ahead and tell you. The Orioles were going to face the Twins in the first American League Championship Series ever that year. When asked about Weaver, and I paraphrase, he said, "This is bullshit. We won 109 games, and now I've got to beat the freaking Twins in a best-of-5. The Earl of Baltimore never one to mince words. Okay, here's Mota. Fisher in his 3rd endurance inning goes into his windup. 2-2 righty, liner right at Helms. Holy smoke, almost took his head off. Almost out of self-preservation, Helms makes the catch. And here's Alou. He's been on all 3 times today. 2 singles and an error. Hank Fisher with the windup. It's a 6-8 lefty. Fly ball to straightaway center. Routine for Pinson. And there's 2 quick outs in the 7th. Here's batting leader Gene Alley. Alley 1 for 3. Triple in the 5th was stranded there. 1-3 right-handed. Grounder down to first. Perez to his right. Gloves it. Feeds Fisher covering. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Fisher, who since reaching his fatigue innings, well, all he's done is retire his last 7 batters. Hello, Mariners fans. You can't sell a 12th place team. I like that. I do too, man. Weaver's has always been a favorite of mine. I haven't read his new book, but I read the old one. Winning, wasn't it? Winning by Earl Weaver. I read it, oh God, I was either in high school or just out of high school. So Fryman's done. We're going to need a new pitcher. That's Mickelson when we come back. And let's take a look at Mookie. And here's the star of our show, sawing some logs at the top of the tower. Let's go around. See if we can get him to show his face. Mookie, what are you doing, buddy? He says, get that thing away from me. I'm trying to nap here. Yeah, he came off the... bashed into the pole there. But he made it. He made it, didn't you? You camera shy today, Mookie? Yeah, he's not even interested in the chirping toy today. All right, buddy, you go back to sleep. Rest up for your flight. Oh my God, I'm kind of dreading that, to be honest. He'll be fine. Okay. In a 2-1 game, Reds leading. Pete Mickelson will come on and take over for Pittsburgh. Mickelson's had a pretty good year. 1-1, 2.93, 3 saves across 46 innings of work. If he could understand me, Ernest, that would be his response, I'm sure. Pavletic will start off the bottom of the 7th. He is 1 for 2. Mickelson gets the sign from Pagliarone. The right-hander winds and deals. 5-6, fly ball to straightaway center. Matty Allou's there to make the catch. Tension mounting as we get into the late innings of a 1-run ball game, and here's Darren Johnson. Johnson, the big blow today, a 2-run homer in the 4th, accounting for both Cincinnati runs. Also walked in the 2nd. Nicholson gets the sign, the windup, pitches a 3-7 righty, swung on and missed, strike 3. Down goes DJ. Well, at least the Pirates found a pitcher that could get Johnson out, and with 2 down, here's Tommy Helms. Nicholson's pitch on a 3-5, hard smash to third, Pagan gloves it. Across to Clendenin, and 1-2-3 go the Reds in the 7th. So we played 7 complete. It's Reds 2, Pirates 1. Where were the Reds in the standings? They're 30-33. I can tell you that. How many people thought Hank Fisher would be taking the mound for the 8th before the game started? Not me. So far, he's been a much welcomed addition to a Reds team that desperately needed another starting pitcher. He'll be looking at the heart of the lineup here in the 8th. And Don Notabart, the righty, and Billy McCool, the lefty, begin tossing in the Reds bullpen. You'd have to think at this point, 1 base runner, and he'll probably be gone. Clemente's 0 for 3 against Fisher. Fisher gets the sign. Pitch to Roberto, 2-3. Grounder down to first. Perez to his right. Gloves it. Underhands to Fisher covering. Holy cow. Here's Stargell. singled, grounded to first, and was walked intentionally. Fisher comes in with a 6-7 lefty, grounder to second base X. That's Rose, 217 to his left. Here's the play on a 16. He gloves it, flips it to Perez, 2 down. Nice play, Pete Rose at second. And here is Pagliarone. Jim 0 for 3 as Fisher comes set. 2-7 righty, and he loses in ball 4. Pavletic out to the mound now. Pirates are going to run for Pagliarone. He represents the tying run. Wow, they don't have a runner. Okay, we're going to the blue card. Let's see if they have a pitcher who can run. Cardwell's a 13. That's the best so far. McBean's a 13, but they might need him in relief. Don Cardwell's going to be the runner. And I'll write his running rating in there. Now I got to look to see if he can steal. No, he has no steal rating. 13 runner. Hell of an improvement over an 8. They're going to need another catcher, which will be Jerry May. We'll put May's card over there so I don't forget. Pagan, the hitter, he's 1 for 3. Cardwell, pretty good lead for a pitcher. Pitcher from the stretch, 2-4. Liner right at Rose. Holy smoke. The Pirates come up empty in the 8th. So Jerry May will come on and take over at catcher. Mickelson, his second inning of work. Before we go to the bottom of the 8th, I'm going to throw this out to the group. I'd also like to take this time to reiterate, feel free to shout out the strategies if you want me to do something. I may not always do it, but I take everything under consideration. So here's the situation here. Hit for Fisher. Okay, do we hit for Fisher? My gut reaction is we do hit for Fisher and we bring in McCool to pitch the 9th. What do you guys think? I'll give you a couple minutes as we get set up here for the bottom of the 8th. Leo Cardenas will start it off. For Mickelson, his second inning of work. Cardenas struck out in the 2nd, flew to center in the 5th. Mickelson gets the sign. The pitch to Cardenas is a 2-5 righty, swung on and missed, strike 3. I'd do it, pinch hit for him. That's what we're going to do. Now, if Fisher was throwing a shutout, that would be a different story. But with this card clinging to a 1-run lead, can you really trust Fisher to go to the 9th? I don't think so. Still a hell of a game by Fisher. And his manager would like him to leave on a good note to help build his confidence. Right? He gave up 3, 5, 6, just 6 hits. Wow. 6 hits, 1 run. He walked 2, he walked 3, one of those intentional. And he struck out 2, 3, just 3. McCool tuning up. Yeah, Ben, it was all those years in therapy. I can't help it. All those books I read. Let's see. Do they want to go for the downs? Oh, yeah. It's got to be Shamsky, doesn't it? The red-hot Art Shamsky's going to step to the plate. On the season, 221, but 10 home runs in just 104 at-bats and 20 RBIs. Mickelson gets the sign. The pitch to Shamsky, 3-7. High fly ball to center. Backing up is the Lou, and he's there to put it away. So Shamsky retired. 2 down for Tommy Harper. Pitch from Mickelson. 110. Pops him up left side. Gene Alley will take it. And a fine job out of the pen by Pete Mickelson. 2 scoreless frames. After 8 complete, it's Reds 2, Pirates 1. Let's take a look at the Reds defense now. Darren Johnson would be the sore spot defensively. So they're going to bring in Mel Queen. He's a right fielder only. McQueen will replace Johnson. He'll play right. 2-E-4-0, and Harper will move to left. I think Harper becomes a 2 in left. He does. The rest of it all looks good. And in from the bullpen jogs staff relief ace Billy McCool. A cool cat under pressure, someone said earlier, or something to the effect. That's right, that was Robert's dog, Shamsky, on Everybody Loves Raymond. Hello, world's worst. Pirates trail by a run as we go to the 9th. They're trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. McCool on the year, 0-1, but 15 saves, which leads the league, and a microscopic 1.23 ERA. Mazeroski, Clendenin, and a pinch hitter for Pittsburgh. I want to thank everybody for being here. Fantastic crowd on hand today and a very lively chat. And it's much appreciated. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. So McCool has been one tough customer. Mazeroski is 1 for 3. Pavletic flashing the signs. Here's the pitch from McCool. It's a 2-5 lefty. Routine grounder to short, fielded by who else? Leo Cardenas, who throws him out. I'm going to have to add up Cardenas' assists. Clendenin's 0 for 2 with a walk. McCool staring in. The windup, the pitch. 6'10 right-handed, shortstop X. Oh my goodness, it's Cardenas again. 216 into the hole. It's a 3. Diving stop to his feet, throws, he's out. He robs Clendenin of a base hit. That's the play of the game, and he's made some good ones. Pirates are down to their last out. They'll go to the bench. Against the left-hander trying to catch lightning in a bottle, there can really only be one choice. And that's going to be Bob Bailey. Well, Bailey will hit for the pitcher. On the season, 279, 5 home runs, 21 RBIs. I tell you, I'm leaning to Cardenas as the player of the game just on his glove. Have we ever done that? This could be a first. McCool trying to get the last out. Bailey standing in from the right side. Deep breath from McCool. The windup. The pitch to Bailey. It's a 5-5 righty. Liner to second. Single to 6. And that's through into right field. And they're still alive. The tying run is aboard with 2 down. Bailey not a threat to run. No speed on the bench. In fact, Bailey's their best runner at 14. Matty Alou will be the hitter. Or will he? Against McCool. Lynch, nothing against lefties. Rogers, pretty much nothing but walks, and Gonder a lefty. Yep, there's nobody else. So it comes down to this. Runner on first, 2 down, trailing by a run. Matty Alou at the plate. Alou 2 for 4 as McCool comes set, delivers out of the stretch on a 5-8 lefty. Second base X, that's Rose. Pete Rose, 217. There's the play on a 14. He's there, makes the play, and that's the ball game. A nice play by Pete Rose to end it. So the Reds hang on and win it 2-1. The Pirates have dropped 4 straight. Boy, you could have made some money betting on this one. I'm going to kill the suspense right now. I'm making Leo Cardenas the player of the game. That's got to be a first. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts, and he's the player of the game. 5, 6, 7, 9 assists, including 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 X chances. Gotta love that Cardenas. The Fisher gets the win. He's 3-5 now. McCool notches the save. That's number 16 for him. Nicholson, a fine 2 innings, 6 up, 6 down with 2 Ks. Woody Fryman, the hard luck loser, drops to 2 and 3. Fryman pitched a fine game in his own right. Reds win it with 2 runs on just 3 hits. They made an error. Pirates 1 run, 7 hits, no errors. Rose's 10-game hitting streak was snapped. Too bad he couldn't have had one more at bat. Darren Johnson provided all the offense with a 2-run homer. Well, I loved that game myself. I love a good pitcher's duel. Tomorrow I have a chiropractor appointment. However, I'm going to go ahead and schedule at the regular time. I could be a few minutes late, so don't panic. Tomorrow will be the Dodgers at the Astros. boyhood favorite of mine, Don Sutton for the Dodgers. Turk Farrell will take the mound for Houston. That was a bad beat for Fryman, Scott. What was the 10 in a row, Scott? Oh, you're talking about the streak as well. Yep. Okay. Nail biter, 2-1 Reds. That's about it for me. Whoops, what the heck? Thank you, Colin. I forgot to fill it in. Yeah, there weren't many strikeouts. Six for Pirate pitchers, just 3 for the Red staff. But I'll tell you what, the season Billy McCool's having, you'd better beat the Reds at 8 innings. They may not be a great team, but you better beat them in 8. They're 31-33 now. Pittsburgh, as mentioned, 4 straight losses. I'm going to get something to eat. Enjoy your evening, everybody. Thanks for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. We'll do it again, 1:30/4:30. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.